Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Grange TV. We're just going to talk about the call-outs post-fight from Jake Paul, in particular McGregor, Dillon Danis, and Ben Askren. And just write in the comments, guys, what you think the outcomes of those fights, or the likelihood of those fights are to occur, and how you think those fights will go. Please like and subscribe and hit the notification button. Eli, you are the boxing aficionado, the authority on all things boxing. You had Gallon sparring in your gym, eh?
Yeah. Gallon was in there the other day, sparring, getting prepared for his fight against Mark Hunt, Bankwest Stadium. So
hope Mark Hunt finds you in the street and smashes you for helping Gallon.
It wasn't me. It wasn't. Come on, you got to help anyone who's looking for a help. Mark Hunt's quite welcome to come in and spar any of the guys at any stage as well. But it was good. It was really good for him.
Do you young guys do all right with him?
Yep. We've got a young guy, Alpha. He's an amateur heavyweight. Very athletic and that. And it was a really good spar, really competitive spar. So I think
you were saying off air before when I was talking to you, Gallon's looking really good.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's looking. Man, the only thing that I'm worried about is Gallon will want to fight the fight that Mark Hunt wants to fight. You know what I mean? He wants to press you up against the ropes. I just feel like the factor might be if Mark Hunt can't get him out of there in the earlier rounds, then Gallon's work rate will be a little bit too much for him.
All right. Well, we'll do a breakdown. We'll do a breakdown on that afterwards. No, it was my fault. I brought it up. How do you see Jake Paul? Can Jake Paul fight a professional fighter in a boxing match? Could he fight Ben Askren? Let's start there.
Yeah, I think he can fight Ben Askren
in a boxing match.
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think.
Who do you think wins?
Ben Askren's come out and said that he thinks he'll be able to. It'd be too easy for him. I disagree. I think in a boxing fight, it would be very competitive. Because let's be honest, but striking is not Ben Askren's go-to.
But he's super tough.
Yeah, he is super tough.
And he's taken shots off massive, big, mean dudes.
Jake Paul is taking this boxing thing very serious. Do you know what I mean? It's not, he hasn't done an 8 where he's just, or someone out there that's just, he's taking it very serious. He's training very serious. Do you know what I mean? He's in it for.
He's improved?
Yeah, he's improving all the time. And he's went out there openly saying that he wants to take it serious and he's going to keep improving. I think if, honestly, in a stand-up fight, he would have Ben Askren. That's my opinion.
Dillon Danis?
He would have Dillon Danis. Come on.
Hold on.
And I find that really entertaining, the little bit of tweeting back and forth and that. Even Daniel Cormier has chipped in on there.
What did Daniel Cormier say?
He said, he just goes, shut up. Sit down, Dillon Danis, before I call Jake Paul for you. And then Dillon Danis, being Dillon Danis, has come back and said, shut your fat mouth before I shut it for you. And he's photocropped a picture of him choking out Daniel Cormier, which
okay.
That's
look,
what he does.
Dylan Danis's jiu-jitsu is off the hook.
Oh yeah,
it's
sure.
ridiculous level of jiu-jitsu, and I enjoy watching him fight very, very much. I'd be interested to watch a fight between him and Jake Paul.
In MMA or
no, stand up. In MMA, Dillon Danis will rape him.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be close. In MMA, Ben Askren will murder.
Oh yeah.
You know, they wouldn't even be close. But in boxing, in fairness to both those guys, the one thing I will say, any of these guys, especially Askren, that's had the amount of fights that he's had, they're tough, dude. And they're durable and they got good chins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Ben Askren took that massive loss against Masvidal, but fuck, I don't know who would have survived that knee.
Yeah, no, everyone gets dropped on that knee.
Yeah, everyone, a bull elephant would too. But other than that, man, he's taken bombs off people.
Yeah.
In 4-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler hits like a truck.
Yep.
Any version of Robbie Lawler.
Yeah, I just don't see him winning that fight. I just don't think he's stand up because, man, boxing is scored as well.
Yeah.
So I can't see Ben Askren knocking out Jake Paul.
No.
So then it's going to go to the scorecards. And I think Jake Paul outdoes him on the scorecards. Boxing. I think Askren it's not a natural thing. Why Jake Paul, the more and more we see him will train and fight, it's looking more natural. Like he's looking good. So yeah.
Do you think Nate Robinson would beat Ben Askren in a boxing match?
No.
All right. I just wanted to see where you were with it.
Nate, but no.
Okay, then what do you think about Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor? It cannot happen, eh?
No,
He's
no.
a lot bigger than Conor too.
Yeah, I know, but Conor McGregor.
No. I think Conor McGregor will put him in a box, but
Yeah.
that's my thing. But
Well, is the market there? Do you know what I mean? And or is it, should Jake Paul have a few more fights first and then call it out? Like I don't know, because Conor McGregor is known for making them big fights. If Jake Paul gets that, he's already got a huge name. But if he blows up, let's say he has another 2-3 fights, he's only going to be bigger. He's only going to get more followers and more of a...
Especially if he beats up like celebrities and people like that.
Be huge.
Danny DeVito, imagine that. He bashes Danny DeVito. Beats him, slays him to the body. Slays Danny DeVito.
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? He's only got to get a bigger name, a bigger profile. That would bring big money, which, you know, who's lurking around every corner of big money? Conor McGregor.
The thing is, man, that'd be such an easy money for him.
Queen.
Yeah, it'd be easy money for him too.
Yeah, for sure.
I think. Well, I think that Jake Paul has. I didn't know. Like I wasn't aware with the whole thing. I wasn't even aware of who he was. And then people telling me he's this YouTuber, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I kind of looked into it a little bit, and I was like, "Whoa, this guy's got a massive, massive following." I think when he called out McGregor, within an hour, it had like 10 million views.
Yeah,
you know, like and it's that like that kind of drawing power is huge.
Yeah,
you know, and it'd take a lot of eyes to boxing as well.
Yeah, I think the people who viewed that might not even have been fight fans before.
No, they'd be his fans.
He's brought in a whole new generation of people who potentially then become fight fans or are now interested in boxing and what's going on. So
if you look at that, like, if you look at it, like, say here McGregor were to fight, that'd bring all the MMA people, all the McGregor fans, boxing as well, and then all of Jake Paul's fans. That'd be a huge fight.
I think even Mike Tyson came out and it might have been in an interview, and he said UFC's been kicking boxing's ass for a long time with, do you know what I mean, popularity and the notoriety to the sport, and that he feels that having people like Jake Paul and that on these cards is now bringing a little bit of the spotlight back to boxing, which I would
100%. He's 100%
because that card on the weekend and the potential fights that could be made with these guys are starting to still, do you know what I mean, a huge pay-per-views, huge amount of views. Like it's ridiculous. So UFC would have to be, you know what I mean, they'll have to be careful.
But UFC is not above doing, like, they've had WWE guys in there, a whole bunch of things.
They'll just step up.
They'll get a gorilla to fight a midget, and it'll be, I look forward to what's going to come of this.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a purist. I just want to put this in perspective. I'm a purist. If you ask me, I'd rather see it tournament style, rankings, 125-minute round, you know, as pure as possible to combat, and the winner gets it, and everyone's good and polite. That's what I prefer. That's me. But I also understand that, like AI, I can't stop this. You know, it's coming, and that's it. There's nothing I can do. So I need to understand how this is going to work. Then, what are we looking for in these fights? I'm talking specifically. Are they going to happen? Are they going to be a massive draw? You know, is this what people, general pop, wants to see? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just straight down the line fights. That's a different conversation, because straight down the line fights is what I like. I'm a purist, and we discuss that in our other fights as well. But it's just a different animal now.
Yeah.
I think YouTube now is a different animal. Yeah,
it's the world we live in. Like everyone, the amount of followers he has is just ridiculous, and not that just that, the amount of money he's made from it. They're talking $45 million or something like that.
How many followers does he have?
I don't know.
Millions, I'm going to say.
I'm not one of them, actually. Yeah. I'll give him a follow after this. So a follow for a follow, Jake Paul.
One of the other YouTubers that I'd like to see Jake Paul fight is, and a well-known guy that nobody has talked about fighting Jake Paul, is Eli Hedges. Would you get in there, Eli?
Yeah, I'd fight him. Come on.
How much? How much?
Probably, let's say, one third of what they'll pay him.
All right. Well, hey, Eli's here. He's willing to take a third. I think if you take 10%, you'll be made.
Yeah, I know. I was going to go way below that. But I thought, don't sell myself short.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, Like, subscribe, comment. Please comment. Tell us what you think in the thinger. Tell us if you disagree with this whole thing as well, because there's circus parts of it. I don't necessarily agree with it. I just want to clarify that. I don't necessarily agree with it. I'm a purist, but it happened and it's going to keep happening. So write down your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Like, subscribe, share, comments. Thank you very much, guys.